Hi, I'm Kirsty from Nao Nails. In this video I'm going to do a design with gel polish, creating an ombre fade with some stitching, freehand detail and also a flat 3D flower. So for this design I've already applied an acrylic nail extension, an almond shape, and then we're going to use the Urban Graffiti gel polish. Colours we've got Bambino, which is like a pale pink, and we've got Mountain Dew, which is like a pale minty colour, and we've got a pale lemon, which is called Just a Little Quackers, and then we've got a pale grey, which is called Solid as a Rock. Gonna pop Bambino straight down the middle. This doesn't need to be done neat. Bit of Mountain Dew here. Just a little Quackers down this side. We've got Solid as a Rock. We're going to put that on this edge. You want it neat by the cuticle and the side walls. Cure that in the lamp. Now we're going to go over the top of that again. You just want to make sure that it's neat at the cuticle area. If you end up mixing the colours on the brush, make sure you clean that before you go back into your pot. I'm just going to put a little bit more Bambino down the middle. So I just want to make sure that these are just bleeding into each other a little bit. That's it. If you pop that into the lamp now, that'll cure. Now I'm going to take the sticky layer off this, because I'm going to paint on it now. A little bit of black paint, detailing brush, a little bit of water, and you'll also need a softer brush. What we're going to do is, keeping it on the outer edge, we're not trying to create a perfect line either. Basically framing it. Take off any excess off your brush and then start to tap. So you just get a little tiny splodges of the paint. Put that all around the edge. You want a little bit of white paint. Same brush, you can use your detail brush. A little bit of water in your paint. Don't water it down too much, you just want it to be able to move quite nice on the nail. I'm going to add little lines as if they're stitching. So you're going to go all the way around the edge. Once you've done that, you can top coat it now. So we're going to top coat it with the gel polish top coat. Make sure that you cover all your artwork, so you're going to have to go right round the border, let that brush sweep round the edge. Put that into the lamp. Wipe off sticky layer with the gel residue wipe off solution. Then we're going to do a 3D flower that's made up of love hearts. So in this pot I've got the Speed acrylic liquid, which is really good for 3D, absolutely awesome, sets up really nice and quickly, and that's what you want when you're doing 3D, especially when you're doing them piece by piece. So here's some that I've done earlier. Small bead. Put it down, dead easy these are. Start to sort of manoeuvre it into a bit of a teardrop shape. Make it a little bit pointy. Flatten it out a little bit. Then pull through to do that little sweetheart top to it. And you just perfected it now. And you're going to let that dry, and I can sneak underneath with the brush. Just going to put a little bit of the acrylic there. I'll stick it down. And because it's slidey, you can slide it everywhere and move it about exactly where you want it. So we've got one more. So that's all nice and dry now. We're just going to paint these stitches on. So I'm going to do tiny stitches all around the edge of that little love heart. Then for the centre, I'm going to get one of the black crystals, tiny bead of acrylic powder, pick that up with your wet brush, that'll pick it up nice, press it into that wet bead. So the powder that we use to bake the 3D flower is Mirror Mirror. Just going to pop a little bit of cuticle oil and then we're done. And it's quite a flat flower as well, so it's really easy to wear. Stitch flower design. Finished. Finito.